Okay, y'all. Yesterday, I had no idea how deep and severe these current charges on R. Kelly were. I was distracted. I was distracted by the press conference that his crisis manager was doing when the savages bombarded him. So I didn't go and research anything. I just thought it was something pertaining to another girl, like from Chicago, surrounding areas or something like that. I had no idea that R. Kelly had went federal, like for real, until just now. I ran across this article. I haven't read the whole thing. So I said, let me go and make a video because the headline in the first paragraph kind of took me back. It says R. Kelly investigation uncovers over 20 underage sex tapes. New details are emerging in R. Kelly's arrest on federal sex crime charges. On Thursday, July the 11th, the R&B singer was taken into custody by federal agents over a 13-count indictment related to child pornography and other federal crimes. Now TMZ reports that investigators in the Northern District of Illinois have uncovered over 20 videos of Kelly engaged with minors. That's where I stopped. And I said, well, let me just go ahead on and make a video because this is going to be good. So y'all just going to get my natural reaction. Let me see. The footage, which allegedly shows Kelly having sex with underage girls, was handed over to the feds by his inner circle, including past and present enablers and employees. Let's stop right there. 20 videos handed over to the feds by enablers and employees. The enablers and employees need to be held accountable because they too were in possession of child porn. They need to be exposed. We need to know who these people are. According to Gerald Griggs, the lawyer for Joycelyn Savage's family, and the federal law enforcement sources, the tapes show multiple victims that were reportedly underage. I'm going to stop right there. How do they know that these girls were underage? Because if they know that these girls were underage, that means they know who they are. Gerald Griggs says the videos were what the feds needed to secure indictments for sex crimes, including child pornography. Interesting. I'm going to stop right there. Here's my thing, y'all. We know that this is not new. But my thing is, 20 years ago, we all knew this. They knew this too, and they let R. Kelly walk. This information that's just come out, this is not new. These people held on to that. These people let R. Kelly go because they knew that they had this on him. They let him go and kept this information to use against him for some type of leverage. It's something that they want from R. Kelly that he refuses to do. What is his sacrifice? Like, I really want to know, because he don't mess with none of his family members according to his family. So this is just my opinion. Is he his own sacrifice? Because I mean, like, for real, according to Andrea, his ex-wife, the mother of his 3 children, he don't mess with them either. And the way that she, and it's got to be somebody else, because Andrea is not doing this by herself. They said her brother is in on it too. She's just throwing her kids in the lion's den, you know, like they're a piece of steak. She threw them on social media. Now she got them on growing up hip hop, you know. And then the little girl just recently came and told us that she contemplated suicide. You know, all these crazy stories are now just coming out. But this is something, according to them, has been going on for years, has been known for years. We know about the first case and the first trial. And here's my thing, y'all. And I've said this before. Yes, 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 yes. R. Kelly is wrong for messing with young girls. He was wrong then and he's wrong now. But my thing is, all those girls were not innocent. Those young girls wanted to be with that grown man. They wanted to have sex with that grown man. So they need to be held accountable for their actions. And their parents need to be held accountable for their actions. Because in a way, they allowed it. Because they didn't do anything to prevent it, nor to stop it when it first happened. All of these girls that we're hearing about, we don't know none of their parents, except for the Savages, the Clarys, and it was one other young girl, the 19-year-old. I can't recall her name, the dark-skinned girl who says that he infected her with herpes. We seen her mom later on. But none of these girls in his way, way, way past haven't come forward to support their daughters. We haven't seen them at all. I don't know. It's just seemed weird to me. It just seemed like it's deeper than we know. It's deeper than we think. And I personally think, this is my opinion, R. Kelly is long overdue for a sacrifice. You know, he's his own sacrifice, because, I mean, like I said, who was he going to sacrifice? What was he going to sacrifice? Let everybody tell it. He don't mess with them. But moving on. Kelly was arrested by NYPD detectives and Homeland Security investigation agents in Chicago after a federal grand jury handed over a 13-count indictment, including 4 counts of producing child pornography and 2 counts of receiving child pornography. Receiving? How'd that go? Girl, how do you receive child pornography? Y'all, this is a ratchet video. I get it. I'm not bougie. But this is a ratchet situation. And This is just my reaction to it. And I've been patiently waiting to see how this turns out because it's so interesting. We saw what happened years ago, and I was like, seriously, R. Kelly gonna walk because all the young ladies that were coming out, they incriminated themselves, especially Lisa Van Allen. You know, you engaged in sexual misconduct with R. Kelly, with the Pee Girl. So, and then they would start writing these books, and in these books, they sounded like willing participants. I mean, I'm just a regular smuggler. And if I can see this, I know that the courts will see this, the judge and the juries, you know. And do not get me misunderstood, y'all. R. Kelly is wrong. I can't stress that enough. He's wrong. Yes, he's wrong. But he's not by himself. The enablers, the girls, and their parents, all on guilty to me. But additionally, Kelly is facing a separate indictment in Brooklyn. That's New York. Charging him with 1 count of racketeering and 4 counts of violating the Mann Act, which prohibits transporting people across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. R. Kelly is out of her. This did it for me. Because I actually thought he was going to walk. I really did. Because when they came out with Surviving R. Kelly, those girls' stories was all over the place. It made no sense. And all I got out of it was, like I just said, they were willing participants. But somebody got it in for it. Somebody got it in for the little life that R. Kelly got left. This man is like 52 years old. He done made somebody really, really mad. And it's so sad, y'all. And let me say this. These women that were coming out with their stories, and a lot of this, I'm all for the truth. If you're a victim, I get that. I'm with you. I'm rolling with you. I got daughters and grandbaby and shit. You know, I'm with you. But to manipulate the situation for financial gain and popularity, that took me back. And it took away from real victims. I just didn't get it, y'all. I really didn't. Because after that show, all these girls was trying to promote something. They were trying to promote their books and skin creams and hair creams. And I saw a lot of crazy stuff all over the internet. It didn't make sense. And I'm gonna tell you that one girl, the lady who linked up with the Savages, the adult, she wrote a book too. I don't remember her name. I know her face. She's the dark-skinned, tall lady. The one that she only stayed, once she got to the house, she stayed only 3 weeks and she left. You know, she was in the documentary showing us her room and the black room, her. They had videos of her online circulating, stripping at one of his events. And then they had the other girl, Geronda. Uh, she went on the she she was all over the place, child. And then I read her book. And at the end of the book, that's what took me back. At the end of her book, she was posting, well, she had pictures in her book of her laying in R. Kelly's bed. She didn't look like she was held captive. She looked happy because she was showing. She also put in a picture of some food. She added that in the book. I didn't get that, but yeah, I don't know, y'all. This stuff is just weird to me. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me, y'all. Lord bless their little heart. The 52-year-old singer already faces over a dozen state felony charges related to sexual abuse accusations in Chicago involving 4 women, 3 of whom were underage at the time. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I just got to talking about the G Rondo girl. In her book, I don't know if y'all haven't read it, but she sent me a copy of it by email. And I gave her my honest opinion. It took me, I think, probably 2 or 3 weeks to read the book. It wasn't long. I just didn't have time. And when I got around to it, it only took me probably about an hour. And I was like, this girl cannot be serious. When I got to the end of that book and I saw those pictures, because I think it was like 3, I don't remember. It wasn't nothing memorable to me, but 3 pictures. It could have been more. I might be mistaken. I don't know, but I remember 3 pictures that she included at the end of her book. One was her laying in R. Kelly's bed. I don't know which room it was, but I think she put a little caption on it. Whatever room, I think it was the mirror room, what she calls the mirror room. Because when she took the picture laying in the bed, the reflection of the mirror, I guess, was there. You know. And then she took a picture of another room in the house, and then she took a picture of some food. I don't know what that was about. Some McDonald's or Chinese or something over there on the dresser. I don't know. That was weird to me. But she did not look like she didn't know what she was doing, what was going on. She did not look like, I don't even know how to put it because I don't want to sound mean, you know? That girl looked it like, and that picture, that one picture stood out to me. She didn't look like she was held captive. She didn't look like she was uncomfortable. She didn't look like she was afraid. She looked it like she was where she wanted to be and she was happy. I'm just going to say that. He was charged with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse in February, with 11 new charges filed against him in May. He has pleaded not guilty to those charges. So if he pleaded not guilty to those charges, this is going to be good, because if he pleads not guilty to these federal charges and he lose, baby, he gonna be cellmates with Bill Cosby. He done. It's a wrap for Kels.